Hello, hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the tier draw for Wednesday, a tier in F1 here in ERL. I'm Mufasa. I'm back for round two of this. Round one, of course, was on Monday tier. And with me, we got your own very tier coordinator. It's Airman. Welcome. Good evening, man.
Good evening, everybody, and let's do this tonight.
Yeah. Couple of things as well, of course, to add in to the tier draw. We've got our champions from last season, and we've got our tier name for the new tier or the new season to be told. And after that, we'll go to the team draw to see who's going to be teammates with who and in what team. So, first of all, our champions of last season. For a second there, we thought you, Airman, and see would finish had the Constructors Championship in the bag, but by surprise, from I think it was fourth position.
Sorry for what?
The Constructors.
Yeah, they were fourth. Yeah, they were fourth before the race. So
Yeah,
we didn't count them in actually. And Koopman was a bit late for the last race. So even with a Q ban in his last race because he checked in late, we were
yeah,
waiting for the commentator. So we started a few minutes late, and he made it because of that. And he came from like 14 to pick up second place, and with that tied us in the score. So yeah, that was a surprise, but nice job, really good done. So congratulations to Koopman and Perez,
yeah,
the
in the
constructor
McLaren.
champions.
And then, of course, the drivers' champion was also decided in the last race, and that was our very own Vigo. He's been here a while now, and very solid performance, I think. Just steady all throughout the mini championship. So,
Yeah,
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 sorry.
he drove really good all time, and yeah, he won one race, I guess, the Qatar 100% race. Really strong
Very,
performance. I was on his back for most of the time. I could follow him like around 3 seconds, but I never get any closer. So
no, a
he
very fast guy indeed.
so yeah.
So,
Also congratulations to Vigo, our
yeah,
champion.
congrats. You guys will be defending your title for this next season. Starting next week on Wednesday with the preseason, that's already been told to be Mexico. For in case you didn't watch last week's streams, but yeah, preseason starting in Mexico, and the calendar has the calendar been published yet? I
Yes,
don't.
the calendar is published.
Yes, the calendar is published, so you can see the full thing as well. If you missed it, it's in our calendar channel on Discord. So that leaves us next step. I'm going to leave that one to you as the tier go. The new name of the tier chosen by our constructors champions, Perez and Koopman. And what have they picked?
Yeah, I was quite a bit surprised because I talked to Perez about it last week for more oftenly, and he had a nice idea. So I have to be careful in how I'm going to say this, but he
Is
wanted
is
a bit of. We know our guy Perez, of course, in the server. He's always there. He's
is
always
the
having big
name he had
talks.
in mind last week? Is that suitable to say on stream?
No, I don't know if he had. He didn't say the name to me, so I
All
only
right.
I only know what his intentions were, and it was something with some R-rated content. So, but I don't
All
know
right, fair enough.
if
Let's not
if
say it
if
then.
let's leave it there. I don't know if the new name he's chosen it's the cooking tier. So the new
Yes.
name is going to be Cooking Tier. I don't know if it's got anything to do with some R-rated stuff, but I
Uh,
couldn't make up some link to that.
no, it's I know the link actually. It's all the younger guys in the server, like Matthias, for instance. Uh, they're always saying that they're cooking when they're going fast, when they're doing well, and I know it gives him the upper creeps if somebody says it. So I was quite surprised he chose the name Cooking Tier, but it's in reference to all the young guys saying they're cooking when they're going fast. So yeah,
That's nice. It's good to
yeah,
hear. So that he did something for them. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
let's
we also
hope
have
that this tier is
we
going to be
also,
cooking.
uh, yeah, there are some youngsters in there. I know for a fact Stein is in there too. He's only 12 or 13 years old.
Oh, really?
And
He might be our youngest
he
member
won
then.
the second race. He won the second race in, where was it? Monza, I guess.
Second one was Monza, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was quite surprised. He was so fast. I know he was fast, but so yeah, good to see the youngsters
Yeah.
giving us a hard time.
Yes, indeed. Challenge you, as they should. And if they're already this quick at the age of 12, that's going to be very, very promising for them in the future if they keep at it. But I think it's now on to the next bit. Well, I'll say hi to Tucker Sim Racing. I'm sure that's our driver, Tucker, who's joined us actually for the mini championship for first time. Welcome, buddy. I have raced with him in the past. Very nice guy. But yeah, onto our team draw. That's what everybody's here for. That's what we all tune in for. If you're listening, if you're watching, say hi. I'm going to be shouting out the names, and then you are going to see what team is going to be picked for that particular person.
Yeah, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. I have all a bit of papers in my pocket with the team names on it. So old-fashioned, just draw one out of my pocket and read out what's on it.
Yes, and the first name, we already know what team he's going to be in, and that's Vigo. As our driver champion, you get the first pick of the car that you want, and we will honor that as well. So Vigo has chosen, as a Dutch guy, not for the Red Bull, but he has chosen, I'm guessing it's orange for the Netherlands, he's chosen McLaren.
Of course, the orange one.
Yes. So the Orange Army has got two reasons to celebrate that orange flag now. So yeah, Figo in McLaren. We'll find out later who his teammate is going to be. The next person on my list, and that's the first draw you're going to do, is for Danny, DVR in the server.
Oh, yeah, also a really, really quick guy. And
Yeah.
he's drawn the Alpine.
So I'll write that down so I don't forget. And he's picked the slow French Alpine car. I'm sure he's going to make that a very, very fast car. Good evening, Shippo, our GT7 director, inventor, brains behind it. Good to have you in the stream as well, buddy. So you picked the the Alpine for Danny. Next one on the list is Koopmannetje.
Koopman. Oh, let's see if we can take the McLaren again. That would be a really tough team. No, it's going to be Haas.
So the Haas for Koopman. Alrighty. So far, so good. No very strong teams as of yet. The chance of that are going to be bigger and bigger with each draw we do. Lost in my own words there for a sec. Next one on the list, another fast driver. Been here for a few seasons now. It's Onno Doel. So pick it out. Whose team is he getting? Which team is he going to be in?
Oh no, it's going to be in the Kick Sauber.
Ooh, the mean green machine. And that's, of course, the very bright green machine. So, Onno Doel in the Kick Sauber. Awesome. So far, so good. Floris Strikey, also here for a while already. Another fast driver. Sometimes up there with the level with Danny.
Yeah, he was really fast in the mini season, so I'm gonna look at him in backside a lot, I guess, next season. He's gonna be in Williams.
In the Williams. So Flores or Strikey, I can't make up what he likes to be called. so I always call him both. But he's going to be in the Williams. Next up on the list is yourselves. So, Ammon, who
Ooh.
are you going to be? You better pick a good team for yourself. Which one do you want before you announce it?
I thought about it a lot, but I really don't have a real. I think the Red Bull will be nice for once.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's
just an
see.
easy cockpit, but it has. No, I am also in the Williams.
Ooh, you in the Williams. So that's Williams out of the equation. You and Strikey together. That is a quick team. Are you guys
Yeah,
ever
for the.
driving in a party together?
No, not yet. I think it's difficult because he's a crossplay driver, so I don't think it's possible. Well, maybe on
That
Discord, but
yeah, that does make it a little bit more difficult. All right then. I'm sure you're going to play out your team tactics before the race from now on. And that's our first full team as well. Williams picked by Strikey and Ammon. And next up on the list, guy that's been here pretty much from the beginning, does a lot for the league as well. Responsible mostly for the new name of the tier. It's our very own Pires.
Perez.
13 naughty
Let's
Pires.
see. Perez, ooh, is going to be a really strong team. Again, they're gonna make a new title run. Also, the Haas.
Pires in the Haas.
It's
Oh,
again with Cookman.
oh yes.
Unbelievable.
So they're going to defend the title,
They're
but
gonna defend the title together. Yes.
just in a different car. You know what? I would have loved to see Gunther Steiner as the team principal of that team.
Yes.
Um, Slightly slower driver now. Not slow, but just slightly slower. Need to put that out there. It's Ralph Tauri.
Another crossplayer driver.
Yeah, he
And we're
joined us
gonna.
a few seasons ago when we first tried out
Ah, he's
crossplay.
gonna. He's gonna get a demotion from Red Bull to Red Bull Visa.
Oh, he's going to be in the Visa Cash App.
Yes, he's gonna be in the Visa Cash App Red Bull.
That makes sense for his performance, you know. If you don't perform in Red Bull, you get a downgrade.
That's how it works.
Sorry, buddy, you've been demoted into the Visa Cash.
But it do suits
Terrible
his.
name.
It do suits his driver name, Ralph Tauri,
Yeah, it
the old
does.
Alpha
Yeah,
Tauri.
yeah. Toro Rosso, Alpha Tauri, Visa Cash App, whatever they're named. Next up on the list, good friend of yours. Dare I say the only Belgium in the league or in the tier. See you at finish.
Ah, yes, see it finished. Yeah, I know him. I know him from the real karting world. That's where I met him, and we were driving against there for in like 2019, 2020, with the top 20 European indoor karting drivers. So I know he's
So
fast in real
he's
life,
yeah, well, he's pretty decent in game
and
as
he
well.
and he and he does it on the game as well. He's been my teammate in the other league. And also in the mini tier, but unfortunately not anymore. He's gonna be in a Red Bull.
Oh. I'll give him Max Verstappen as Max is half Belgium. So see you at finish in the Red Bull. Is there any comments, guys? If you're in the stream, listening, watching, give us a shout. What you think of your team, whether you like it or not, where you've been placed. Right, we'll do one more, and then I'll give a brief summary of where we are with the drivers and teams, as we're halfway after that one. But it's year 1996.
That's a colleague of mine.
Ooh, better
With
give him a good team, or he's not going to be happy with you.
no, we're gonna look. He's gonna be in a Mercedes.
You think he like that?
I don't know. No, he's not a big Hamilton fan, so I guess not.
All right, Hamilton it is.
Sorry, you're.
No, you don't mean that.
Uh,
All right, so as promised, I'll go through it a bit. Vigo, he chose his McLaren as the driver championship. That was his first pick. Then we've got Danny in the Alpine, Cook manager in the Haas, and he was given Perez as a teammate. And then we had Strikey and yourselves, Airman, in the Williams. Then we went to Ralph Tauri in the Visa Cash app Red Bull, or whatever you want to call them these days. We went to Seward finish in the Red Bull and a year in the Mercedes. And I think I forgot Onodul there in the kick. He's on my list, just overlooked him. So that's where we are right now. And let's go on with the last half of the drivers. 9 to go indeed, and for those that can do math, that means 1 spot open. For whoever is tuned in, if you want a full-time spot and you're in the Discord and trial, give it a shout. We might have a seat for you. First up on our list now is Bert.
Bert. Yeah, you only reserved so far. You were you were on the right team already. He's got Ferrari.
Ferrari for Bert. Is he from your gang as well?
Yes, he was also in my old league.
Yeah, you think he'll be happy with the Ferrari?
Well, I think he might. Yeah, it's a nice car. I don't know if he's driving cockpit or not, but the Ferrari has a nice cockpit, so
Yeah.
I don't think so. But
all right. Hello, Brian. Nice for checking in as well. Haven't seen Menzel Bob yet, so if you speak to him, tell him that you've got more commitment than him. Next up, well, you mentioned him before on the stream. He's very young, 12 years old, I think you said. Stein Hansen.
my good man Stein.
Stein, yeah.
He's gonna be in the kick again.
Ooh, so he is gonna be with Onodul.
That's a pretty decent team as well, then.
Yeah, very strong team, those two. Especially as Stein gets older and gets even faster, possibly.
How fast he is. He needs to be more consistent and keep it on track sometimes, but
yeah, tell me about
the
it.
speed is there.
Well, let's see what he brings. Being a few months older now, a bit more practice. Let's see if he can bring the constructors to kick together with Ono.
I think it applies for both of them. I think Ono's really fast too, but he just DNFs sometimes too much.
Yeah.
To get really in there.
And especially this year, every time you DNF, because the competition is so strong and fierce, you're behind the curve a bit.
Yeah.
All right, let's get cracking. Next driver on the list is Storms. He's driven for us before full time. Didn't quite get the memo for last season, one way or another, but he got hold of it. And he decided he wanted to give it a go for this season. So, what team is Storms going to be in?
I think it's another really strong team for the title. It's going to be in Alpine.
Alpine.
Together with Danny.
Danny, yeah. Alpine for Storms. As you said, together with Danny. It's a pretty strong team, but I think some others might be potentially stronger. But nevertheless, they're going to be up there. Storm is definitely a consistent driver. Next up, and I don't know how to pronounce this one correctly, but it's RSII Markey.
Yeah, RSI Markey, something like that. He's proven to be pretty fast too.
He is. And I think last season was his first season for us, and he's done pretty well.
He's going to be up there with see you at finish in the Red Bull.
In the Red Bull for him. And I believe he's an English driver, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, so you might potentially not be too happy with that. I know who is happy. That's going to be Porsche, because he's not going to be in the Red Bull. I think he's pretty happy with that. And he's also the next driver on the list.
Oh.
See what I did there?
All right, now let's get Porsche. Then in a car, it's going to be the first Aston Martin of the day.
That took long enough, but Aston Martin for Porsche. Actually, he's not good enough to be Alonso. I'll give him Stroll. There we go. Good. So Porsche in the Aston Martin. I hope you're listening, pal. And next on the list is Timotheus.
Timotheus.
Yes.
Another crossplay driver. Did pretty decent so far. And he's going to be in Mercedes.
So Mercedes now fully picked as well. There we go, Timotheus in the Mercedes. Next up, a driver that's looking in the stream, if he still is. While Schiphol is calling me a savage Mufasa, that's probably because I put Porsche as a Stroll. Sorry, It had to be done. Next up on the list, I hope you're still watching, it's Tucker. So let's see where Tucker is going to get. And if you're in the stream, Tucker, just a quick shout which team you'd like from the remaining 4 teams. So it's either Ferrari, Aston Martin, McLaren, or the Visa Cash App Red Bull.
Ooh, then I'm going to wait a few seconds.
See if he's typing or if he's Ferrari he wants. All right.
He wants a Ferrari. Then I need to disappoint him because he's going to be up there with our champion in the McLaren.
He's going to be in the McLaren. All right. There we go. I remember as a strong driver, he's not touched this game that much yet. I think that's why he was a bit behind the pace last season. Hopefully, though, with a bit of practice, he'll be right up there, helping McLaren to stay constructors title champions, even though it's different drivers. Let's see. I hope you're still happy with the car there, Tucker. As we go on to the last 2 drivers with 3 cars left to pick. First driver we're going to pick is Arbek Dury. He's been away for about 3 or 4 months from sim racing as he decided to travel the world. And before that, he was in our Wednesday tier as well for 1 season. And before that, he raced a few seasons on a Monday tier. But now back full-time on a Wednesday. So what team is he getting? Is it the Visa Cash, Ferrari, or Aston Martin?
He's going to be in the Ferrari.
Ferrari, the car Tucker wanted. So the Ferrari for Arbek Dury. McLaren is good, says Tucker, so he's not disappointed with it. It's an English team, I suppose.
And a pretty decent teammate, so I wouldn't be disappointed too.
Definitely. He can learn a thing or two from his teammates if he's still lacking the pace a bit. Next and final driver then so far is going to be Oscar Berggren, MGS, I think. Now he's got the pick between Aston Martin and Visa Cash App, and it's up to you which of the 2 it's going to be, Aaron. So take it away.
Well, the last time in my pocket, and it's going to be the RB Visa, the Visa Cash App.
The Visa Cash App. All right. So, Oscar, I hope you're happy with that one. Don't know if you're listening or not, but it's the Visa Cash App for you. That leaves the empty seats with Aston Martin. So, Porsche, you'll be without a teammate. I could go a bit more savage now on this and say that nobody wants to drive with you as a teammate. So, you know.
No, we need to get. I'm hopefully going to find another driver before we start. So
I'm sure you had a few names in mind that you thought were going to be available and interested in this tier. So hopefully one of those will come through very shortly. But yeah, next week on Wednesday we'll kick off with our preseason in Mexico, and you can all get used to the car and each other as well driving on track. So I'll go through the full list one more time. We'll start with the Red Bulls. That's by See You at Finish and RSI Marquis. And then we go to Mercedes, and that's Jur. And who was with him in the Mercedes? That's Timotheus. Then the Ferrari is for Burt and Arbeck Dury. The McLaren, of course, for Vigo and for Tucker. And the Visa Keshup RB, hate the name, but there we go. It's Ralph Tauri and Oscar Berggren. And the Williams, that was yourself, Airman, and Strikey. And then we go on to Alpine, which is Storms, and who was with him again in the other Alpine? That's Danny. Danny and Alpine in the Danny and Storms in the Alpine. There we go. We got that. Aston Martin just bought so far. I'm sure he will get a teammate before the season starts. Then in the kick, Onno Duel and Stijn Hansen. That might actually be our youngest driver pairing there, perhaps. I don't think Onno is that old either. And then in the Haas, we got Pires and Koopmannetje, our constructors champions from last season, now together again, but in a different car. And that's the team draw concluded. I hope you like your team, guys, and good luck in the season. I'll be watching you and potentially sometimes reserving as well for you guys. Eamon, anything from you?
Yeah, there are a few really strong teams, so it's going to be a nice battle to watch. And I think it's going to depend on which team is just the most present and be around.
And most consistent, yeah, definitely. It will be some constructor battles to watch, and hopefully the Drivers' Championship is going to be just as tight.
Yeah, I hope I'm going to do myself a shot at it, but it's going to be real difficult. I need to get some more practice in then.
You're going to have to bring your A game, buddy.
Yes, definitely. But it's always good fun to race in here, so I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I'm looking forward to see all the battles. Thank you for those that tuned in, watched, commented, and we'll see you on track. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right, bye, guys.